Little different video today in that I'm going to show you, just give you an example of some of the items I'm buying to resell, to give you an idea of what my process is, the way I store things, which ain't special. And I'm making money, guys, anywhere from $10,000 to $14,000 a month. 10 on the low side, 14 is what it's been lately. And again, it's not special. And so let's get to that here on the other side. So without any further ado, let's go. So here is the stuff that I buy. Now, can't tell you where I buy it. Someone asked me in the live stream, on Friday's live stream, where do you get this stuff? That's something I just can't say, and it's one of those things where I just can't put myself out of business. Tried that before, it didn't work. But I can tell you, and I'm making this video to show you, to give you examples that, look, I'm not buying small stuff. I'm buying larger things. We have, this is a little air cooling system by Honeywell. And the boxes aren't in the greatest condition, but that's kind of the nature of the open box game. We have the humidifiers. We have little pet stuff from Pet Safe. That's always a good brand to look out for. Brand new kitchen sink, guys. I think I paid maybe 15 bucks for this, and that comes with the faucet and everything. Glacier Bay is a pretty good brand. Lot of Works. We've got Black & Decker. These are right now really hot items. These are landscaping tools, your mowers, and a lot of these, they're customer returns. Why do people return these items? Well, that could be for a number of things. It could be the item's defective, and if they're defective, I get them. Within 7 days, I have a thing worked out where I can bring it back. But a lot of times they just use these mowers once and say, no, this isn't for me, and send it back. A lot of these are these manual mowers here. And or what'll happen is they'll open it up, see that you have to assemble it, and they don't want to bother with it. We have like grill, like a Weber grill surface. This right here is a water heater. This is a wall-mounted heater right here, and just a bunch of other things. And it goes back. I think I have about 40 to 50 items, not even counting the stuff I have here. So here are my smalls, and this is part of the lot that I picked up. What I do is I pick up my stuff. Here's a dartboard, by the way. I pick up my stuff once a week, usually on Thursdays, and I'll pick up about 40 plus items, right? And that's usually, this right here is what I have to work with for the week. And I'll get through most of it through the week, guys, and I'm making good money. And I'm sure I can up my the level of listings that I get out per day. But yesterday I think I ran about $600 something in sales. I'm running at about 50% margin, and it just works for me, guys. I'm happy with it. Don't need a warehouse, and this just gives you an idea of some of the things that I'm selling here. Inline skates, there's a filter, some toner cartridges, a bed maintenance system of some sort, and a lot of this stuff I don't even know what I'm getting. I look to find what the comps are. This is nothing different than what you'd be doing at a yard sale. And I'm sorry if I'm making you dizzy, but I wanted to show you though what I have going on here. Now, a lot of this stuff I have from the bins and our yard sales. You got board games. You got, I'm still dealing with a lot of albums, so I have them on different shelves, and they're just waiting to get sold. I do have a death pile in that I've got a lot of clothing items that I just haven't gotten to. If I'm getting weekly supplies of the larger things, the things that are my bread and butter, of course these are going to suffer. And this came in a pallet. These Carters, they're kids, very heavy jackets. And then these are London Fog, also kids heavy jackets. Lots of clothing, various shirts and stuff. Mine Shot, what was a Whole Shot? I have never heard of that before. But yeah, and it's just a matter of getting to it. I know Jenna's going to get to it once she gets through the shoes. She's got a big tub that's like double this size full of shoes that she's working on right now. So we get into a little storage area over here where I keep, look at all these bags, the USPS bags. These are those Santa bags I tell you about. And that's where I put a lot of my overflow of supplies. If you shoot over here, this is the shelf I just bought. It's a 48 inches wide by 72 high. I think it's 24 inches deep. And look, more Santa bags. I mean, I had to tell the guy, the carrier, that, hey man, I got too many bags. I have nowhere to put them. Please stop bringing them. Boxes and boxes. And I used to never really maintain this many boxes, but because many times when I get this liquidation, I either have to rebox them, double box them, or they don't even have a box. I have to find a box for them. This is why I needed such a space. And even with this shelf, it's still not enough for the boxes that I have. If I go over here, I have a special area for my largest items. I call this the by the door on my SKU. And so we have things like tube lights, tube LED lights. We have more sinks, we have filters, we have the larger items that really don't fit well on the shelves. So that's kind of what goes on right there. So if we move over through here, this is my work area, messy work area. Of course, you guys have seen that in the videos. Here's some racks with the shoes. We have a lot of the shoes. I'd say we still have about half the shoes from that haul we picked up in October. But because we're no longer using these racks exclusively for shoes, we're putting a lot of the liquidation we're getting, okay? Now, these are things that are listed, right? Now, many of you guys know on the live we talked about how I'm putting a lot of larger stuff on the top, and Jenna's having a hard time with it, and I help her with it. When she calls me in here, I'll come and pick it up for her and take it to the shipping area. The reason why I put the larger items up on the top is because, as you can see, there's not a lot of clearance in these racks. So the larger items will only fit on the top, and it's just a limitation of space, but it's just, it works. It's what works. We've got a lot of larger items here on the top. No, these aren't going to fall. They're very safe. They may not look that way, but just to give you, an idea of what we have going on. Now, between both stores, we have my value trends and we have the hot desert deals. And we share racks. So we have rack numbers like 36, 37. And something sells, we just go find it on the rack. Make sure it's on the SKU. And we're going to eventually have only one store. And as you can see here, still got a lot of smalls from that store. I think there's like 600 items. Now, I think a lot of them were the records you saw earlier, but just randomness that came out of pallets and or yard sales are still here. Some things from the bins, like those 25-cent board games that we picked up. But as you can see, this is my largest rack, and initially this is going to be a staging area where the stuff you first saw at the beginning of the video that wasn't listed was going to go in here, and then as I unloaded it out the car, it would be easy to load onto these racks, and then I just pick the stuff up and list it, and then find another rack to put it on. But it became more and more obvious as I got the larger stuff, and some of these things, like this box right here, won't even fit. So I had to do the best that I could and use these as actually storage racks, and then the area in the corner of my garage that you first saw is where my initial unloading area is for the stuff that I pick up. But a lot of different things, more mowers, more kitchen sinks. You've got household units. This is a baluster set of, I think there's like 10 balusters for the railings on when you go up your stairs. People replace their balusters, or they pick up the designer ones. I think these are like the oval ones. And once these sell, we're going to actually have to go and reinforce this box with more cardboard, and it's definitely doable. We do it all the time because a lot of this liquidation, the boxes are just jacked up. The product is fine, but the boxes have issues. And then we get over here. This is rack 1 and 2. Again, a lot of the smalls and the things that we're initially just going to have into one store, we're going to get rid of it and not buy any more. And it may be, a lot of this stuff is going to be victim of yard sales, a lot of the smaller stuff. More shoes, of course, more racks, the top of the racks where I have larger stuff. Um, we have openings. I'm actually doing some listing today, so I'll be filling these racks here. So I'm doing this video just simply to give you an idea of what I do, and there's nothing at all special about my operation, guys. This is my path out my garage, right? It works, but we have it separated from unlisted, and then everything else on this side is listed, and that's just the way it is. Have some things here I cannot sell to save my life. I can't send these into Amazon because I'm gated. And these things, these crybaby dolls just don't sell for me, and I have them priced really cheap. More kids toys, sells great on Amazon. This one I need to send them in, or I tried to sell them on eBay with no success. And so yeah, guys, eventually I'm going to improve my operation, though. I need to get things more streamlined, and like I said, get rid of some of these other things from the bins that really don't sell, and that's been my message for the last 6 months. You guys can do it. There's nothing special about what I do. Now, you may not have the same sourcing I do, which is a problem, but I don't want you to think that, oh, this item's too big and run away from it, because I think for a lot of people they do that and they're missing out on a lot of profit. So I want to know what you guys think down below. Please tell me what you think about just what you've seen here. Your comments, questions, I'll be glad to answer, and unless we're talking, you know, where I get my stuff, which I can't talk about. But you should have local opportunities in your area if you live in a large enough area, large enough city. Maybe you're in the suburbs, go into the city, maybe make some phone calls, find liquidation companies in your area, and you can do it, guys. Again, nothing special going on here. And I'm going to keep figuring it out. I'm going to keep trying to work out what to do with the stuff that I keep bringing in, and the stuff that keeps sitting and not selling, like these records. But yet, it's yet another example. Figuring this stuff all out is yet another example of how flipping ain't easy. And I want you guys to have a great rest of your weekend, and we will talk to you very soon.